Right now, there is a photo sitting in your camera roll that is almost perfect, except for one hand that looks like it belongs in a horror movie. 6 fingers, a thumb pointing the wrong way. Normally, you would delete the whole image and start over, wasting credits and losing a shot you actually love. Not today. In the next few minutes, you are going to fix that hand without touching anything else in the photo. Then, you are going to take a simple portrait and stretch it into a full landscape thumbnail, without a camera, without a background shoot, and without regenerating a single pixel you already like. This is Leonardo AI's Inpainting and Outpainting system, and once you understand it, you will never waste a full regeneration again. Here is what this tool actually is. Inpainting lets you select one small area of an image and rebuild only that area. Outpainting lets you expand the canvas outward and let the AI imagine what belongs beyond the original edges. Together, they turn a flawed or cropped image into a finished, publishable asset. This matters right now because every regeneration costs you credits, and most beginners burn through their monthly allowance re-rolling entire images to fix one tiny flaw. You are about to stop doing that forever. By the end of this video, you will have taken one broken portrait and turned it into a clean, wide, thumbnail-ready image, using less than a handful of credits. Open Leonardo AI and load any image into the canvas editor. You will see a toolbar on the left side with a brush icon. That brush is your mask tool, and the mask is the only thing Leonardo will touch. Select the brush, increase the size until it roughly matches the width of the damaged hand, and paint directly over the distorted fingers. Do not paint the whole arm. Only paint the exact pixels you want replaced. This precision is the entire secret behind inpainting. The smaller and more accurate your mask, the more the surrounding image stays untouched, and the more natural your final result looks. Once your mask is painted, look at the prompt box beneath the canvas. Type a short, specific description of what should replace the masked area. For a hand, something like, a natural, relaxed human hand, 5 fingers. Soft shadow works well. Keep the prompt focused on the masked region only, not the whole scene. Hit generate, and Leonardo will produce several variations of just that patch, blending the edges into the surrounding pixels. Compare the options side by side. Pick the one where the lighting and skin tone match seamlessly. If none of them convince you, do not panic and do not start over. Simply regenerate that same mask again. You are only spending a fraction of a credit because you are regenerating a patch, not the entire photograph. Now, here is where most people quit too early. They fix the hand and stop. But inpainting can rescue far more than fingers. Distracting objects in the background, awkward wardrobe details, even a second person who accidentally walked into frame, all of it can be masked and replaced the same way. Mask the object. Describe what should exist there instead. Generate. This single workflow alone will save you more credits over a month than any other feature in Leonardo AI. And almost nobody outside professional editors actually uses it correctly. Let's move to the second half of this project. Your portrait is fixed, but it is still a tall, vertical image, and most thumbnail formats need something wide. This is exactly what outpainting solves. Switch to the outpaint tool, usually represented by an expand arrows icon next to your canvas. You will notice grab handles appear on the edges of your image. Drag the left and right handles outward, extending the canvas horizontally while keeping the top and bottom untouched. Leonardo now sees empty space on both sides of your original subject. Before generating, add a short prompt describing the extended environment. If your subject is standing in a studio, you might type matching studio background, soft gradient, consistent lighting. The AI reads the edge pixels of your existing image and continues that texture, color, and light direction outward, so the seam becomes invisible. Generate the outpaint, and Leonardo will fill both new side panels while blending them into the original center. Zoom in on the seams. If you spot a hard line or a lighting mismatch, Mask just that seam and regenerate it individually, the same precision trick from earlier in this video. Here is the moment that changes how you think about this tool completely. You never regenerated the subject. Not once. The face, the outfit, the pose, all of it stayed exactly as you shot it. Only the damaged hand and the surrounding canvas changed. That is the entire philosophy behind inpainting and outpainting. Preserve what already works and rebuild only what doesn't. Full regenerations are expensive, unpredictable, and they risk losing the exact expression or composition you liked in the first place. Targeted edits keep everything you love and repair everything you don't. Let's talk about a few advanced techniques professionals use daily. First, layer your masks. Instead of one giant mask covering multiple problems, fix one issue, confirm it looks right, then mask the next issue separately. This keeps every edit clean and reviewable. Second, match your prompt language to the surrounding scene's lighting description, not just the object itself, because Leonardo blends texture based on lighting cues far more than object cues. Third, when outpainting for thumbnails specifically, always extend slightly wider than you need, then crop down in your editing software. This gives you flexibility for text placement later without triggering another AI generation. Now for the mistakes that waste the most credits. Painting a mask that is too large is the single biggest error beginners make, because it forces the AI to reinvent more of the image than necessary, increasing the odds of a mismatch. Vague prompts are the second biggest mistake. Fix the hand tells the AI almost nothing. Natural human hand, 5 fingers, relaxed pose, matching skin tone, gives it real direction. And the third mistake, skipping the zoom-in seam check before moving on. A seam you miss at normal zoom becomes obvious the moment your thumbnail is compressed and displayed at full size on someone's phone. There is also a hidden feature worth knowing. Leonardo lets you save custom mask shapes as reusable presets, which is a massive time saver if you are editing a batch of similar portraits, like product photos or a series of profile pictures. Set it up once, and every future edit in that series takes seconds instead of minutes. Let's talk about where this actually pays off in the real world. If you run an online store, product photos rarely arrive perfect. A scuff on a shoe, a wrinkle in fabric, a cluttered corner of a shelf. Every one of those is a 30-second in-paint instead of a full reshoot. If you manage social media for a client, outpainting alone can turn a single vertical photo shoot into square posts, wide banners, and story format images, all from one original file. That is 4 deliverables from one photo, without booking a second shoot or paying for extra stock images. Freelancers charge real money for exactly this service, and now you can offer it in minutes. Automation takes this even further. Once you know your mask sizes and prompt patterns for a recurring task, like removing backgrounds from a weekly batch of headshots, you can save that exact workflow as a template and reuse it every single week. Instead of thinking through the process from scratch each time, you are simply loading a new photo into an existing recipe. This is how professional editors handle volume without burning out or blowing their credit budget. One more thing worth knowing before we wrap up. Leonardo AI updates its inpainting model regularly, and each update tends to improve edge, blending and lighting matching without you changing your workflow at all. The techniques you just learned, small, precise masks, focused prompts, seam checks after outpainting, will stay relevant even as the underlying model gets sharper. You are not learning a trick that expires next month. You are learning the actual logic behind targeted AI editing, and that logic carries forward no matter how the tool evolves. So here is your action plan. Open one image you already have that has a small flaw somewhere in it. Mask only that flaw. Write a specific, focused prompt. Generate, compare, and pick the cleanest blend. Then outpaint the canvas outward to match whatever aspect ratio your project actually needs. You just took a flawed, narrow photo and turned it into a polished, wide, publish-ready asset, without losing anything that already worked and without burning through your entire credit. Balance. Remember that hand from the very beginning of this video? It's fixed now. Blended so cleanly, you would never know it was 6 fingers a few minutes ago. And the tall portrait sitting beside it has become a full landscape thumbnail, ready to publish today. That is the real power of inpainting and outpainting inside Leonardo AI, not starting over, but knowing exactly what to touch and what to leave alone.